Welcome back. I'm Mr. Carr. This is Mr. Carr on the web. You may be wondering why Mother Earth is still up here, because we already finished this song, and you've practiced it so much you can play it without even reading the notes. And I bet you if I put just the notes up, you could read those and know it was Mother Earth before you even saw the lyrics. Well, I did it to show you what we're going to work on next. And I'm going to do it by just erasing our title and the lyrics just to get those out of the way and strip it down to just the note music. I'm even going to erase our little cheat sheet, because that's really what that is, right? So I've erased everything back to what we're used to. We've got our two lines, we've got our G, A, and B. And now I'm going to do something that could be upsetting. I'm going to add another line. There you go again, Mr. Carr. So I've added a line, but that's still G, that's still A, and that's still B. And in fact, I'm going to flush out the actual way that this is written in music by adding two more lines above it. I'm even going to box it in on the edges, and we now have a nice standard clef. This one happens to be the treble clef. We'll talk about what that is later in the series. So we see that now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, and 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. But just because I've added more lines doesn't change the fact that this is G, this is A, and this is B. One way that you can remember this is to take your hand. Okay, our hand, imagine that I could grow my thumb out nice and long. Imagine that that were the lines of the staff. We have the bottom line. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 lines. That G falls right here, doesn't it? And then the A, and then the B. The A is in between the fingers. The B is there. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this up, and we're going to move on to our next song. All right. So if you look behind me, you'll see that I've cleaned up those lines, and I've also added some things. Let's see what I've added. First off, we have 5 parallel lines. They should be parallel. We've also added this swirly shape and some numbers. Darn that Mr. Carr, he keeps mixing stuff up on you. That swirly shape is called a treble clef sign. If you are standing at a piano, everything to the right of the middle of the piano is a good way of thinking about treble clef. It begins at middle C and goes up the scale. Otherwise, we're in the bass, and we're not going to deal with the bass because the soprano recorder doesn't play it so well. When we see these numbers, 4, 4, it gets a little mixed up when it's written here, but it is a fraction, meaning 4 over 4. And if you think math, you say that's 1. It's also known with the letter C, and it stands for common time. Those things are the subject of whole other videos, but you will see them as you begin to play recorder music. Just know that everything I give you for now is going to be in the treble clef, and it's going to be in common time. So you don't need to worry about those things. Now I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to write up the notes and the lyrics of the next song that we're doing. Alright, here we are. A whole piece of written music. As you progress in music theory, you'll see that there are some things that I've removed from it, but everything you need to know is here right now, and you don't have to worry about other stuff. We'll see that I've put in our notes. It's still the same, isn't it? Our G is on one line up from the bottom. Our A is in the second space. And our B is in the very middle of the treble clef. That B line right there shows us where the middle is. In fact, I'm going to extend a line out there and a line out there, just to help you remember where the middle is and know that that's the B. Catch a B. That's the B. Now a couple of other things that I've added here. Lyrics. This is a cute little song that I wrote for a class here called When We Are Smiling. It says, when we are smiling, gladness comes our way. Then we are happy all the day. Nice little lyrics. When we put lyrics in there, sometimes it changes the way the notes work. So we see these little swoopies here. We'll just call them swoopies for now. What that means is, just like in Mother Earth, that beginning whole note with its next half note were tied together by the word mother. We have smiling, smiling, gladness. And look at this, way, happy. So it ties them together. And it goes like this. It begins, what note is that? Second space from the bottom, one down from B. You're right, it's A. When we are smiling, gladness comes our way. Then we are happy all the day. Did you see what else has come back? Our friend Blue, hasn't it? Right there. Blue. Remember, he writes his name with a nice filled in foot firmly on the ground and a stick. And that's blue. So we've got two, blue, blue, two, two, blue, 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 two, 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 blue, blue, two, 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 big old zero. Or if we did it in their actual names, half, quarter, quarter, half, half, quarter, 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 half, 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 quarter, quarter, half, 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 whole. Good. Now I'll play it. Let's sing. Ooh, when we are smiling, gladness comes our way. playing it. It begins on A and moves to our G. 1, 2, ready, begin. How'd you do? Didn't get thrown off at all by those quarter notes, did you? Because you already knew what they were. You're very intelligent. You're also very persistent because you've already watched 7 of these videos and now you're on 8. So I'm going to step out of the frame and we're going to sing it together and then we're going to play it together. Ready? Beginning on when we are smiling, gladness comes our way. Then we are happy all the day. Now let's play it, beginning with our pointer finger and our ring finger down, but I apologize, our pointer finger and our middle finger down and getting ready to put that ring finger down for G. Our right hand is out of the way down at the foot joint, and here we go. I think you're doing a great job, and I really appreciate you following along. It's not easy to read music. In fact, it's a whole other language that you're willing to learn how to read. I appreciate that as a musician. I also think that you're pretty rad. Okay, work on when we are smiling, work on reading it, work on not really caring about what a treble clef and a common sign or a 4/4 signature means right now, and you're going to do great. The next one won't be here on the chalkboard. You'll have the sheet music in front of you. In fact, I'm going to show you what this song looks like real quickly. If you look right here, how close can I get? There it is. When we are smiling. See it? Sheet music. You're reading it. Did you ever think you were gonna? Good job. I'm Mr. Carr on the web. Have a good time.